someone.
Doesn't she know how to stop? That wretched activist, always going on and on about what? Workers' rights, this and that. Minimum wage nonsense. Hey, listen, I'm not saying that what she's doing is wrong, but these activists are being way too idealistic. Tell me, who hasn't gotten their hands dirty at some point? This is a necessity for anyone in search of the road to success. I swear, if my company revenue goes down by even a single digit, I will make sure that these activists will be paid. What is this here? Is that person sleeping or what? Let me call you back later. Hello? Is this the police? I think there's been a murder here at Athena Palace.
For all these police officers, I was going to water the exotic plants I imported here the other day and found them crowding around here. My precious flowers are going to wither at this rate.
I heard there was an accident. Oh dear, I hope it's not anything too serious.
Gosh, whatever it is, I hope it doesn't take the reputation of Athena Palace. I simply cannot imagine myself moving away because of this.
My apologies, ladies, but I need you to step away from the tapes.
How dare you order me around? Do you have any idea who I am?
We are residents of Athena Palace and we reserve the right to know what's going on.
I suggest you heed that caution. If you step into the crime scene, I'm afraid we're going to have to charge you for obstructing the officers.
Detective Claudia and Detective Anya reporting for duty. What have you got on the case?
We have already marked down all evidence on the scene and gathered statements from the residents.
Are there any witnesses then? Anything on the person who reported the body?
Unfortunately, there are none as of now, but the person who reported the body laterally has already been escorted to the police station for further questioning.
A knife stabbed 2 to 3 inches deep into the olive tree. Was the killer trying to send a message about our victim's death? Anya, could you tell us more about our victim?
Right. The victim has been identified as Agnes Stewart, a 27-year-old female activist and a rather well-known resident of Athena Palace.
Did they just say Agnes Stewart was murdered? I can't believe it. I just saw her the other day.
You mean the Agnes Stewart?
No wonder I'm so up in tears. The poor woman locked herself in an apartment since this morning, refusing to see anyone.
For someone who's notorious for shedding crocodile tears, don't you think she's being a tad bit too dramatic?
Hush it! We all know about your disdain for Anne. But you know, given how close she was to Miss Stewart, it's a given she became so distraught over her death.
She's right. I know I would react that same way if it was my own friend. Have a little sympathy, wouldn't you?
What a noisy bunch. So much for being educated elites. Look, judging by the uniform facing between both sets of footprints, our victim likely came here off their own court, expecting the culprit. They're likely agreed to meet up.
The victim was caught off guard, but her nails were chipped, so she must have struggled when the killer attacked her. Based on the autopsy report, the killer attacked her from behind and was left-handed, correct?
Keen observation, Anya. Let's head back to the station and begin questioning the statue.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you hear her say Blair Chu was taken by the police? No wonder I haven't seen him all morning. Maybe he's connected to this.
If that's true, it's definitely going to hurt his reputation. Rumors will fly everywhere about this. Considering how vocal he was about his opinions on Agnes Stewart.
Hopefully, Blair has nothing to do with this. He's a nice person. There's no way he could have done something so heinous. What? Why are you both staring at me like that?
Blair and nice in the same sentence. Oh, don't make me laugh.
Ladies, I kindly request you to leave right now. If you refuse to cooperate, I will have no choice but to charge you for obstructing the course of justice again.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day for this, Mr. Chu. We just need to ask you a few questions.
Alright, fine.
Mr. Chu, according to the report, you claim to have found the body around 5 a.m. this morning. Am I correct?
Yes?
Please state in full detail what you were doing when you first discovered the body.
I was just taking a phone call.
And what were you doing taking a phone call at 5 a.m. in the morning?
I do not believe I need to disclose such private information to you people. I'm not your suspect. I just happened to find the body and reported it to you. What? Is it illegal now to take phone calls?
Of course not, Mr. Chu. Do you recognize the body when you saw it last night?
How would I know? Just as you said, it was 5 a.m. Besides, with that much blood, you expect me to go up close to check who it was?
Mr. Chu, please answer our questions properly.
No, I didn't.
The body was identified as Agnes Stewart, an activist who lived in the Athena Palace before her passing last night. Were you acquainted with her?
Mr. Chu, please answer the question.
Mr. Chu, we understand that you might be undergoing some form of shock right now, but we need your full cooperation to have a smooth investigation. So, could you please tell us why you were taking a phone call at 5 a.m. in the morning? I see that you're not in the mood to talk. Fine, we'll give you some space for now. But you better feel like talking when we come back. Let's go, Anya.
Detective, there's someone who would like to see you.
Who is it? You need Darlena?
Claudia, it's marvelous to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Too long, man. By the way, congratulations on becoming welfare chairperson of Athena Palace. I knew you'd be the perfect individual for the role.
Thank you, Claudia. Well, I'm glad to see you've grown into a capable detective yourself.
Hello, I'm Detective Anya. Pardon me for asking, but who might you be?
Right, Anya, let me introduce you. Meet Senior Darlena, my mentor back in the police academy.
Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine as well.
By the way, what brings you here today?
Since I'm the chairperson, I was notified about the case. I was wondering if I can get the updates on it.
Oh, sorry,
We're currently going to resident statements for compiling the evidence.
Claudia, we can't reveal this kind of information yet.
Don't worry, Senior Darlena can be trusted. Back in her time, she was a highly respected officer who cracked countless cases before leaving.
You flatter me, Claudia. Well, it was a shame for me to leave my days in the force, but you know me, always ready to explore new opportunities.
You're still the same mentor I know.
Of course.
How touching. But if the captain finds out about this, you're taking the fall for it.
Your apprentice Anya. You keep an eye on her. You and I both know that temper should not tamper a case.
You've drilled that part into my head too many times. I don't need a revision. And I will. The girl's a little hot-headed right now, but she'll learn with time.
And I'm glad that you remembered. If you don't mind me asking, who found the body?
Bletchley, a business owner and resident of Athena Palace. He's still under interrogation because he's uncooperative, but we'll have to let him out soon. We can't keep him there for too long without solid evidence.
True, huh? And the victim?
Actually, never mind. You know, it's been great seeing you today, Senior Darlena, but I should really focus on the case.
Claudia, wait. Claudia, I know you're only trying to remain professional, and I'm very glad to see you today. But you do know that I'm here because I'm concerned about the resident safety, right? Someone got murdered at Athena Palace, and as the chairperson, I am responsible. I know these people better than anyone else, and I know I can help you if only you allow it. I promise I only want to know more so that I can prevent this from happening again. You can understand that, right?
It was Agnes Stewart.
Stewart, the activist, and the person who found your body was Black too. Huh.
Yes. Is that a problem?
Well, yes. In fact, I can tell you that both Blair and Agnes had some sort of history with one another.
Was it romantic?
Oh, no. Quite the opposite, actually. It was more of a rivalry. Well, ever since Agnes started exposing Blair's company with evidence for malpractice, they've been at each other's throats. Personally, if my life's work had been destroyed by some upstart activist, I'd be enraged too.
I see, but we have no physical proof that Blair ever had anything against Agnes, so it's hard to count him as a suspect.
I did overhear Blair talking to someone recent and getting really agitated. Sounded concerning, so I recorded it. Give me a minute, let me dig it up for you.
I really don't know how to thank you for this.
Don't sweat it.
Hey Anya, come over here please.
Here's the recording. Have a listen.
You know what? Let me tell you something. That stuck-up little girl playing hero is really getting on my nerves. My blood pressure has skyrocketed because of her. People are leaving in packs because of her. I'm getting mass resignation letters. Profits are plummeting, and it's all Agnes, whatever her name's fault. Who does she think she is anyways? Isn't she one of us elites too? Why is she going around pretending to fight for what? Workers' rights? As if she actually cares about those people. She has too much free time. Going around poking her nose into other people's business. If you ask me, she's gonna get what's coming for her. You never poke a sleeping bear and expect it not to bite. Isn't that right?
This is interesting. However, I'm not sure if this alone can serve as evidence for murder. It's circumstantial. We need something more solid to prove that Blair is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
At this rate, we'll have to let Blair out of holding.
So we are just left with physical evidence.
Pretty much. Without physical evidence, a strong motive isn't enough to stand on its own. Shouldn't you already know that, Senior Darlena?
Hey, don't get too ahead of yourself. I was just testing. Back on track. Although this is all I have on Blair at the moment, I'm sure this will be useful in establishing his motive once enough evidence surfaces. I'll leave this with you for now, Claudia. Inform me on any updates, and I'll let you know if I find anything else.
Will do. By the way, would you like to join me for lunch later? You know, to catch up on things and perhaps discuss a little more about the case?
Certainly. As long as your captain is okay with you sharing a couple more details, that is.
Oh, the captain knows how competent the detective Darlena is. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Ex-detective Claudia, you overcommand me. Well, I best be on my way and do send my regards to that assistant of yours.
Will do. Have a safe trip.
Are you now in the habit of giving away all our information to potential suspects? According to the files, Darlena was in the apartment complex when the murder took place. For all we know, she could have been the murderer.
Unless you want to lose your job, I suggest you think carefully before accusing someone of being the murderer. You need to understand that there are consequences that follow these kinds of unprofessional behaviors. Your punishment is to handle Blanche's release and to re-examine his alibi, including the ones of our other potential suspects. I expect a detailed report on everything Blair did that night.
Here is the list you requested, Detective.
Anya, that's almost every person living at Athena Palace. Could you walk out that I gave you?
Fine.
We'll be paying Emily Dickinson a visit first thing tomorrow morning. So don't even think about doing anything with that list of yours. Is that clear?
Right, right. Officer Charlie, I need your help. Could you take a look into the list of suspects I have? I think there's something we can find regarding Agnes Stewart's murder.
Are you seriously going behind Detective Claudia's back like this? Didn't she specifically order you?
Hey, are you here to give your opinion? Or sense of the case?
I beg your pardon.
Just do as I say.
Understood, Detective. I am not paid enough for this.
Here, have some tea. I have a stall for my kitchen right now from all the residents coming and going to pay their respects.
Thank you. And we're so sorry for your loss.
It's alright. It's just I can't believe she's gone.
Pardon me for intruding on the moment, Miss Dickinson. We understand that you might still be grieving, but would you be able to answer a few questions regarding Miss Stewart?
Of course, of course. I'll try my best to help in any way I can. Anything you need, just ask away.
Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Dickinson. Could you start with how you knew Miss Stewart?
Well, Agnes was my best friend. We met on the first day of university. She was at the forefront of a protest for teachers' wages to increase. And she seemed so passionate about it. I just couldn't help but support her. I guess that's how we came to know each other. We just got closer afterwards.
You said you were best friends with Miss Stewart, right? Then, are you aware of anyone who held a strong grudge against her? An enemy or perhaps someone close to her?
Well, Agnes avoided telling me much about these kind of things. She even tried to keep that press conference she was supposed to hold today a secret. But Agnes would fight tooth and nail for a cause she believed in. I figured she must have made many people angry.
Any names
Were
that
you not offended, maybe even resentful that Agnes didn't share this with you? Considering you two were very close.
What? How could you say something like that to me? Agnes was my best friend. She did it to protect me. How could I ever resent her?
No,
I'm really sorry, Miss Dickinson. Perhaps you could start on possible names?
I'm sorry. It's just too many. I don't think I would even. Wait. There was something strange that Agnes did before she.
Take your time, but do elaborate, Miss Dickinson.
Right. A day before the incident, Agnes came to my house to borrow my laptop. She didn't tell me what it was for and just said it was something important. And she looked so stressed. So I just lent it to her and never questioned it. I assumed it was for a press conference. I should have asked! Why did I bother to ask?
Whoa, Em, I need you to calm down. Do you know what Agnes did with your laptop? And why didn't you mention something so important to the officers? Did you forget, or were you intentionally
Miss
hiding?
Dickinson, we'll be needing that laptop as evidence. Do you think you could provide us with that?
I'm sorry. I sent my laptop for service the other day. So my friend was attacked with. It should be back in a couple of days.
Why send it to a friend and not to a proper
Anya?
Well, I stayed up a while a bit to catch up with him. So I left around 11:30 and I came home around 1.
I see. And who is this friend of yours? Is it someone close to you? Someone who would, I don't know, be the perfect alibi as to why you're out so late on the night of the murder?
Anya! I'm really sorry for our rudeness, Miss Dickinson. We'll be on our way now. Please contact us once your laptop starts servicing.
Alright.
Anya, what on earth are you doing?
What do you mean? I was just asking her questions.
As if she was the murderer! You spoke with such an accusatory tone that even I started to doubt my own innocence. I don't know what is going on with you. Being firm is essential, yes. But you can't push people until you come out in fear. What if they refuse to offer us further information because of that? We can't afford to lose our professionalism here, Anya.
You're right. Sorry. I shouldn't have been as aggressive as I was.
No, you shouldn't have. We're going back to the precinct.
Here's the information you asked me to look into, Detective.
Oh, thank you.
I did manage to uncover some odd movements from one of the listed residents. It is very likely that she has some form of connection to the murderer. Jenna Harmon, owner of Jenna X Cosmetics.
Huh. I'm familiar with her.
Right. According to my findings, there were traces of her being active during the night of the murder. I believe it would be best if you look into it.
All right then. Thank you. Report to me if you find anything else. Claudia!
This better be worth my time.
Of course it is. I might have just gotten us a new lead.
Profile my computer a little more, won't you? Wait, where do you get all this information?
Just look here.
Jenna Harmon? Why were you looking into her? Do you ignore everything I told you to do?
No, but I think Jenna could be a suspect. You should see her movements that night. I think she's hiding something. Not only is she a resident of Athena Palace, but she's one of those business owners Agnes has been odds with.
Wait, you're right. And she's also left-handed, just like Blair. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Wait, Blair was left-handed?
Yes, it was written in case files.
And you didn't bother telling me?
Well, it was certain someone wasn't so distracted all the time. Maybe she would have paid a little more attention during investigations. Let me guess, you haven't started what I told you to do, have you?
Sorry. But hey, at least I got us a new lead. Also, I already got Officer Charlie to look into Jenna, so all that's left is to bring her in for questioning.
You already what? Fine. I'll let it slide this time. But don't think I've forgotten about your insubordination. This better lead us somewhere. Got it?
Aye, aye, Captain.
You may now issue the arrest warrant for Jenna Harmon.
Yes, ma'am.
No riding station!
Excuse me? What am I even doing here?
Miss Harmon, you're currently being suspected of being involved in the murder of Agnes Stewart.
That's preposterous. You're accusing me of murder? The audacity. I have better things to do with my time than to deal with that insignificant pest. And even if I did kill her, do you think I would just leave her
even more guilty.
As a CEO yourself, I'm sure Miss Stewart's campaigns have affected you to some degree, haven't they?
Furthermore, based on the statements that we collected from Agnes's friend, Ellie Dickinson, we've concluded that the person is likely someone of a high status. Don't you think you fit the criteria rather well?
You trust what that sniveling fool says? Ha! The only thing that comes out of that train wreck are tears. M is quite literally the most melodramatic of us all. Always preaching about the power of friendship and how it can fix the world if we banded together as one. No wonder she was Agnes's only friend. Those who are matched made idealistic heaven.
So I assume you were acquainted with Agnes Stewart.
There's no use denying it, Miss Harmon. We have your details regarding Miss Stewart's right here in this file. Now tell us the truth. I knew Agnes, but I did not kill her.
Then, can you tell us where and what you were doing on the night of the murder?
I wasn't even in the complex when the murder occurred, so why should I tell you anything? We'll see about that, Miss Harmon.
Miss Harmon, based on images from CCTV footage, your vehicle was caught leaving the apartment complex before the approximate time of murder.
So, what got sniffed does this even prove?
And in this one, you were caught re-entering the complex in a different vehicle. I'm sure you know what that means.
Let me tell you what we think went down that night, Miss Harmon. First, you allowed yourself to be captured by the CCTV cameras to prove that you weren't there during the night of the murder. But what you didn't account for was the fact that it recorded you again returning in a different vehicle shortly after. Did you return to murder Agnes Stewart?
So you're wrong. I left the apartment to meet with Carlos too.
Who's Carlos?
No one. Just the colleague.
Miss Harmon, you left in the dead of the night to meet up with colleagues.
Sounds like you're meeting your partner in crime.
No, it's true. Carlos is my colleague. But he's also my view, my lover.
That kind of partner in crime.
Will he be able to testify for your alibi? So, please call him into questioning.
You can't do that. He does not want a relationship to be public.
Miss Harmon, rest assured, the nature of your relationship will remain private as long as either of you are being convicted of a crime. If we do not have him testify for you, you'll be detained for the remaining duration of this investigation. If no other suspects appear after 12 hours...
Alright. I'll give you his contact. Just remember what you promised me.
Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Harmon.
Do you think Carlos was in cahoots with Jenna? For all we know, they could have planned this nervous act beforehand.
Our officers are looking into it.
Then, shouldn't we be joining them? We are the lead investigators of the case.
We can do that after I get back from my break. I have a lunch meeting, Darlena.
Okay. Invite me to your wedding while you're at it.
Not funny. Until I come back, no belling any files of any sort, especially not after your recent antics.
But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I'm positive Jenna had something to do with the murder. Or Glenn. Or maybe they crafted this perfect master plan to...
There goes your imagination again. Anya, just be patient for once, okay? When I come back, then maybe we can investigate it together. Just go for your break, please.
Who does she think she is? My mom? Harping on you on the same thing over and over again. Doesn't she get tired of sounding like a broken record? I think she's gone now.
Anya, have you seen the ball? I think I did. It hasn't been 5 minutes, and you've already disobeyed me. What on earth were you even writing on? Are these my files?
No, I was...
Not a word from you. I can excuse you looking to Jenna Harmon behind my back, but deliberately going through my files without my permission? I can be suspended for this behavior, Anya.
No, please.
Get out of my office now. Take a walk and clear your head. Think about how you could jeopardize this case, and how you could have ended your career before you even began. We'll talk about this when I get back. Try not to disobey that simple instruction too.
Fine.
Worth my time.
think I am? A child? I'm a detective too. Well, not yet, but here I am trying to solve this case while she's prancing around Darlena like she's still a detective. I mean, who does she think she is anyway? Waltzing to the station like she owns the place and oh! Sorry. Em? What are you doing here?
Detective Anya, I came to give you this. Are you able to process it now?
No, Wait. Of course I can.
That's great. Let me call Claudia.
No need. She's probably way too busy right now anyway.
She's way too busy. But what could be more important than finding Agnes's killer?
Well, she's on a date with the love of her life.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that was a joke. A bad joke. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, thank you for the, Hey, are you alright?
Oh, no, it's just this place reminds me of Agnes. How nostalgic. We used to come here all the time for our rallies.
Inside the police station?
That's right. Agnes liked to motivate herself by being reminded of the flaws of society. No offense.
None taken.
You know, before I met Agnes, I didn't think anything would change with pretty words or timing slogans. But Agnes changed me. She made me believe. Sure, she's someone who got on people's nerves, but she's human like all of us. A human who had so much to live for. So, why? Why did it have to be my best friend?
I know you're going through a lot right now. But
Detective Anya, you have to promise me. Promise me that you'll find her killer. I can't live with myself knowing that her culprit is still out there.
I know this is hard for you, but...
Anya, please. It's the least we can do for her.
Alright. Promise you will find her killer.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What's taking so long? It's been 2 days. How long do these pencil pushers have been taking to solve the case?
I heard they barely have any leads, and all those alleged suspects they brought in were the dead ends or loose threads.
How incompetent can they be? Though this wouldn't be a problem if they hired actually capable people.
Oh, Anya, you're fine here. Took you long enough. Claudia, what's Darlena doing here?
Oh, I thought Darlena would be a great help to the case considering her former experience. So I got special clearance from Captain.
And I thank you for that.
Okay. Claudia, can I speak to you privately?
Whatever to say, you can say here for all of us.
Never mind, Claudia. I'll leave you two alone.
Hi, Anya. What is it?
I bumped into Em outside the
You met Anne? Why did you inform me?
I'm doing that now, aren't I? Anyway, she managed to retrieve her laptop.
Got it. With all of the other evidence, we'll take a look into it once we're back at the station.
No, we should process this now. This could lead us to something important.
Enough, Anya! For the last time, there's a time and place for everything. We can't keep jumping at every single scrap of evidence that falls our feet. It'll get us nowhere and even hinder our current progress. This is a very crucial case to me, so you better not embarrass me in front of me, Darlena. Just do as I say and file that thing.
Fine.
And assist the officers with the crowd control before you join back with us.
Yes, ma'am.
Detective Claudia. Please? You're really pushing your luck right now, you know. Detective Claudia doesn't seem to have much patience left for you.
I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Thank you so much, Officer Jing.
No problem. Just put in a good word for me, yeah?
Okay.
Claudia, are you okay? That was quite the argument you had back there.
It's not an argument. I was just knocking some sense into her. I was just gonna go blow the whole case over.
Are you confident that she's qualified to become a detective? From what I've seen, she can barely follow any instructions. It's going to be very difficult for her to remain in this field, let alone be an investigator.
I understand your concern, but she's still my mentee. I took her under my wing because she reminded me of myself when I was under you. I have faith in her abilities. Just give her a little more time.
Just remember to keep a tight leash on her, or else she's going to take on more than what she can handle.
Okay, enough about Anya. How's your work at Athena Palace going? You know, considering the current situation?
Unfortunately, things aren't as easy as I hoped it would be. The residents are keeping a very low profile because they don't want to be suspected for murder. To make things worse, Agnes not having her press conference has acted as some kind of catalyst for workers to take matters into their own hands. They have been protesting since this morning, exposing their terrible working conditions. You can probably guess how chaotic things are right now for me.
Must be tough for you too then, huh?
I'm sorry?
Don't you own quite a fair share of the local companies here, Darlena? I can't imagine how tarnished your reputation could have been if Agnes proceeded with that press conference you mentioned.
Tarnished? Why would one worry when one has nothing to be guilty of?
Senior Darlena has always been transparent with her business practices. Her and Agnes have even co-hosted several events together.
Right. Gross. Shall we proceed?
Fine. Let's begin by going through everything once more.
The knife was stabbed 2 to 3 inches deep into the tree.
The uniform spacing between both sets of footprints suggests that our victim likely came here of their own accord, expecting a culprit. They likely agreed to meet up.
Judging by how undisturbed the surrounding was, the victim was caught off guard, but when she fought back, her nails were chipped. We're looking for someone with scratches on their arms.
Then, the killer finished Agnes off by slitting her throat with their left arm and stabbing the knife into the tree. See the blood splatter at the angle of Agnes's death wound?
Which leads us back to Blair True, the person who reported the body. He has a clear motive for harming Agnes, but we don't have clear evidence to prove so as of yet.
Hold on, there's something here.
Is that a strand of hair?
Anya, could you get your evidence back, please?
Right.
Did you miss a piece of evidence?
That's impossible. We made sure all the evidence was tagged. We need to process this now.
May I join you?
You may, but you have to stay at my desk.
You're not allowed in the forensic steps.
That's fine by me.
Something's off, Claudia.
When is it ever not for you?
No, I mean it this time. Suddenly evidence just pops out of thin air. We've swept this place twice and found nothing like this. I think someone planted it there.
Anya, speculations are speculations, okay? It's not uncommon to find new evidence during the early stages of an investigation. Let's just go process it.
Okay then.
This is excellent.
Hey, get your hands off those. You're not supposed to be touching any of those without permission.
I've already got clearance from Claudia, so I don't see the problem here. In fact, why don't you take this as an opportunity to learn from me? I was a former detective after all, and Claudia could really use a break from you.
Why you?
Anya, Senior Darlena, interrogation room now!
defensiveness makes it awfully telling. Coupled with a tense relationship with Agnes?
Real subtle, aren't you?
What? I'm just trying to help you connect two and two together. No need to get your claws out.
If you wanted to get through to me, being direct would have been far better. Why not state your case to your star pupil, right there?
Well, I've already communicated my views to Claudia. It's merely you who's being this stubborn. Now, have you always been this obstinate, Anya?
Have you always been jabbering on for so long that the people around you can barely hear themselves think?
What a temper! Haven't I told you that temper should not temper?
Whatever that means, it's not going to work on me.
Do forgive me for trying to teach you something. I should have known that you're not the best when being taught.
Well, you're not the only one who thinks that, so get in line.
Detective Anya. Oh, is it a good time right now?
What is it?
IT Officer Regan has finished processing the data in the laptop you handed me. It wasn't much, except for a video that requires further examination.
What needs examination?
Whoa, 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 I am not getting caught up in this.
Something about a video on a laptop.
For goodness sake, Anya, you're acting like a rebellious teenager. Does everything I say go in one ear and come on the other?
No, I have my
What
reasons.
reason? Other than pure impertinence. You are still a rookie. Senior Darlena will fire me if I ever dare to do what you did even once. Was there something I did wrong? Was I too lenient on you? Do you just disrespect me so much?
Honestly, Tiger, come on.
Anya!
Go. You, sit right there.
Anya, what are you doing?
Trust me on this. Now.
Hi, Detective Anya. Are you here for the process data?
Yes, Regan. Is this it?
Yeah. It took a while to look through all the files, but I think I found the video you're looking for.
Alright, thank you.
And I don't have much time, so listen carefully. About the press conference I told you, I have documents, evidence of the living and working conditions of some workers of some businesses. It's quite significant. There's a lot at stake here. You know how it is. No one likes their dark underbellies exposed, let alone these big corporations with nothing more than their reputation to lose. No one was supposed to know, but they've managed to catch on. They're starting to stir.
Agnes?
I'm sorry I couldn't tell you until now. I couldn't risk putting you in danger. It's just that I'm treading on very, very thin ice. If anything happens to me, you know why.
Ugh. This doesn't tell us anything at all. First of all, Athena Palace has way too many powerful but shady people. I'm sure Agnes had it on all of them. Take Blair, for example. She ruined his mistress, so he took revenge. Even Jenna had something to hide with Carlos. Who knows what she would have exposed during her press conference that she never got to hold it.
That's it.
What's it?
The press conference. No one was supposed to know, right?
Uh-huh.
Claudia, did you find anything?
I have a question.
Fire away.
The press conference. How did you know about it?
Press conference. I've never.
You did! At a crime scene. You knew about the press conference. How did you know about press conference?
Claudia, surely you must have misheard it.
I will never mishear anything that you say.
This is irrational, Claudia, and even if I did, what difference does that have to make?
Then show me your laptop.
What?
You remember our abduction about Agnes's chip nails, right? The culprit was left-handed, just like you. If you have nothing to be afraid of, show me your arm!
You are jumping into conclusions, Claudia, and this isn't like you at all.
What's this?
Suppose there's no use trying to deny it, is there?
You killed Agnes too?
it up this quick.
I don't understand. Of all people, you? Why are you harassing so
I
much?
never meant for Agnes Stewart to die. But, you know what they say? You never poke a sleeping bear and expect it not to bite. Everyone here has one or two secrets that they'll do anything to protect. I am no exception. If only she hadn't dug up all the evidence, I wouldn't be forced to kill her.
I trusted you. I took your side. I did so much for you because I thought you had my back. Because you were my mentor. Because I genuinely thought that you never betrayed me. Was that all you saw in me? A convenient puppet for your schemes? I don't understand. Tell me, why, Darlena? I looked up to you. I thought you put just as much. You told me to put just as much, didn't you? Was that whole lie?
How naive of you, Claudia. In this world, there's no room for such idealistic things. Sacrifices must be made in order to pave the road to success.
You're not the person I looked up to anymore. It was my mistake to trust you. Darlena Lee, you're under arrest for first-degree murder, obstruction of justice, and tampering of evidence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be held against you in a court of law. Take her away.
Let me go!
Oh! And before you go, you're wrong. You're just using excuses to cover up your crimes, but underneath the nice persona was a rotten core. Stooping so low to murder someone? You're vile, Darlena Lee.
What would you know, Claudia? Huh? You know nothing about how the world works.
Get out of my sight. Next time I see you, it'll be behind bars.
Hey, are you okay?
Not now, Anya. Please. Let's go. We've reports to write.
Have you seen the news? They found the killer.
Well, that Jefferson, Darlena Lee, right? Everyone's talking about it. Who would have thought?
Indeed, I still find it difficult to believe, to even think that someone like her was capable of such heinous acts. I mean, she's even assisting with investigations the other day.
I heard she was arrested at the police station itself. Oh, what a mess.
Anyways, have you heard?
Indeed, I complain about our relationship, or is my company and my reputation getting sullied?
All you think about is yourself. Did you even think of me? I made sacrifices for our relationship to happen, and all you care about is your company?
Sacrifice? Don't even get me started, Carlos. I sacrificed a ton too. I risked my status, image, and even my dreams just to be with you.
I was risking my marriage.
You call that risky? I bet you weren't even trying to divorce that wife of yours. Spare me the excuses. If you wanted to, you'd have already done it. It's clear to me now. I was the one who got carried away and blindly fell in love.
So wait,
There we are, Carlos Peterson. Do not ever show your face to me again. Oh, one more thing. You're fired. I expect you out of my office by the end of next week.
I'm going to be the one left behind in the mud. I'm dragging you down with me. What's going on? What in the world happened in the 2 days I was gone? Do you know how much the company has suffered because of this entire fiasco? Speak up. What do you mean the workers are going on strike? Demanding for better pay? Ah, of course it's Agnes again. Even in there, she decides to haunt me. What am I supposed to do now? What? The company company has suffered enough losses already. We can't afford to give in to them. Give them an inch, and they'll demand a mile. We're already cutting it too close already with the whole Agnes business. How much more before we... Fine. I've got a point. Not like there's any other choice. Company can't run without its workers. Okay. Basic human rights. We'll discuss the policies when I get back. You win, Agnes.
Even from beyond the grave, Agnes manages to cross his circle. Even from beyond the grave, Agnes manages to cause a stir.
Indeed. You could say that the fruits of her labor are paying off.
Man, look at the time. We need to get going. Agnes's wake is starting soon.
Right, well then, let's head over there together.
Hey, you doing alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Well, you're under a lot of pressure right now. You know, closing the case, preparing for trial, answering the press, and on top of that, you're under the slammer for Darlena.
It was a mistake on my end. A huge one. I'm simply just answering for it.
Still, you don't have to pretend. I see the way you look when you file evidence against her. I feel the same way too.
Thank you, Anya. And I'm sorry for being so harsh on you. It's just, you're right. I was too trusting. I just didn't want to admit it.
Well, trust is a fragile thing. It's not your fault she decided to use it against you. To, bash you on the head.
That's one way to put it. Let's go, Anya.
Those who had the power to change so much fell so low. But even as this drama comes to an end, the show must go on. There's still so much to do, so much to change, and so many pieces to play. And so, the last ember finally fades.
My name is Jing and I'm the director of StageArts annual production, Athena Palace Awakening. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for being here with us tonight. Athena Palace Awakening is our first physical production ever since COVID-19. Hence, this means a lot to all of us here. But let me first invite the cast back on stage. First up, we have the police officers, background characters, and residents. Next up, we have stuntmen Agnes and M. Then we have Carlos, Jenna, and Blair. Last but not least, we have Anya, Claudia, and Darlena. Next up, let me all invite the crews up. I would also like to thank the lighting master, sound master, projections, and overall stage manager. On top of that, I would like to thank our producers, Shamin and Dao. Very importantly, my partner, the co-director, Shan. I would like to thank our scriptwriters, Caitlin, Anjana, Melva, Joey, and Regina. Besides that, I would also like to thank the ambassador team for supporting and assisting our event. Additionally, I would like to thank the ESTA team for making this possible. Last but not least, StageArts would also like to thank our SDE, Ms. Fervin, for supporting and guiding us throughout our whole journey and helping us make our dream a reality. Most importantly, we would like to thank you, the audience, for being here with us, and we really hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good night, stay safe.
Chào.